I hope all of you in this room would love to live your life to the fullest. At the end of the day, you're really doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your friends and loved ones. You want to leave a legacy behind. And when death comes to mind, nobody wants to die. We can find the fountain of youth. We do it. We cherish every moment that we have. And this is a quote from Alan. He says, "I'm not afraid to die. I just don't want to be there when it happens." Well, unless you're some Greek god, I don't think you'll cheat death. So, for his quote, I think I have a solution to handling that situation, handling that feeling. Let's just say, for instance, schoolwork. We all are working to get our master's, MBA, PhD. We want to grow and live this legacy. We want to do great things, help other people. So make sure when you're in school, do the work. Procrastination and stuff. Don't fail. You're here for a reason. Don't waste your time. Don't waste other people's time. I'm sure you have a lot of people looking up to you, and you want to do great things. And this can also apply to work. Don't settle for working at McDonald's for the rest of your life or some department store. If anything, work up into a promotion. You're going to school too. Try to get a promotion. Try to, say, what can I do to better myself? What can I do to better myself? A friend of mine, who I can say has fully lived out his life, and I never knew a secret about it. He had a heart condition. Never told any of his friends. His close family only knew that. He had a heart condition where his heart was really weak, and it couldn't pump blood correctly through his body. But he would dance, play sports, go to school, he volunteered all the time. I just thought he was this great, amazing kid, Oh my God, how can you be so happy all the time with a smile on your face? And he truly brightened up the room every time he was in it, no matter what he did. Fortunately, I don't have that many people close to me, and so I've never had the incident where I lose a loved one. I've been very fortunate to have only attended one funeral in my life, and that is my friend's funeral. He died at the young age of 18. He just graduated. This was 2008. He was playing basketball. His heart stopped and collapsed. Went to the funeral, and I had never been to a funeral. Didn't know what to do. Didn't know what to wear. Didn't know what to think. I didn't really have an emotion. I was kind of neutral. But you walk in, and they have all these poster boards and pictures of him doing all these great things. He was an A+ student. He had a 4.3 GPA. He was going to go to USC. Living his dream. It seemed like he wasn't afraid of dying, even though he knew he had this heart condition. He was just living the best he could to do what he had to do. And I felt really bad because there's things in life that I take for granted and I don't do right away. Schoolwork. And maybe I don't help my brother out with his homework because he's bugging me. I actually saw my friend 3 weeks before he passed away, and I should have taken more time to talk to him, but I was in a rush to go somewhere. And all I said was, "Hey, how's it going? That's good. I'll hit you up later." And who knew I would be at his funeral 3 weeks later, watching his family, send them off. So, in conclusion, I'm not afraid of death, but I don't want to be there when it happens. The quote that Albert says, if that is the case, you can avoid and lessen that tension by just being all that you can and doing everything to make your friends, your families, your loved ones, and mainly yourself
All right, I thought you had a good statement of your hope at the beginning. There's a nice transition to what the topic is. You say you've got a solution for this. I think that that's what your thesis needs to be, but you don't really kind of tell us what that is. We're going to have to figure it out by listening to you talk about the story, and I think that that's a little bit of a problem. It doesn't really sound like you have a plan at the beginning. You've got the one story that you want to talk about, and you're going to wander through that, and it's a good story, and you provide good detail on it, but a little bit of structure would not hurt. So you need, I think, to add a little bit there. On the presentation issues, I had a hard time hearing you sometimes. You might have a quiet voice. Sometimes you're dropping it for effect, but I think that, remember, you're speaking to an audience. There's a loud room, and you got to project everywhere, and when you do that, even if it is for effect, you still have to be able to reach people. And sometimes it just felt a little bit like your voice drops out for no reason whatsoever. It's just an affectation that comes along, and then you get quiet for no reason. It's just one of those things that comes up. Your gestures, I thought you had some good indicators and some very nice descriptive gestures in the speech also. Once in a while there are a couple of irrelevant points that you're doing, maybe a little nervous neck scratching or something like that, but those were not really distractions. They just seemed a little more natural when you were speaking. I thought that you had pretty good variety in your voice and inflection at times, except for the volume at which you're speaking. Your eye contact is inconsistent. Sometimes you look at us, but often you're speaking to yourself. You're in front of us, you're talking, you're looking down, and even though you're speaking continuously and going smoothly, it's not really connecting with us. You're kind of just thinking out loud in front of us, and you need to do more engagement with the audience. The pacing is a little inconsistent. Sometimes it seemed purposeful, sometimes it just seemed like it's nervous pacing. So you're going to have to cut down on that also. The exit was fine. You know, I don't know that it came quite back to what you started talking about at the beginning of the speech, but it was clear that you'd kind of finished what you were saying, and that's a good tip-off that we know that the speech is done. All right. Thank you.